How's it going, everybody? This is OmegaNikon, and this is the Gaming VUE Gaming News Show. But before we get into that, we just want to say thank you so much to everybody who subscribed to us. We've reached our second goal in our first year on YouTube, well, a year and a couple days, but we've reached 100 subscribers, and we want to thank you guys so much from the bottom of our hearts. We never thought we'd make it this far. We know 100 subscribers isn't huge when compared to YouTube, but for us, we never even thought we'd get 10. So add another zero on that, and that's where we're at. Thank you so much. If you're unfamiliar with our channel, please be sure to check out some of our videos, and if you like them, hit that subscribe button and help us continue to grow. It's because of you guys that we're able to do this. We love doing it. The gaming industry is something that we've been a part of for many years, and we want to continue to do so, and we're going to do it as long as you guys keep watching our stuff. So thank you very much. And on a side note here, I just wanted to address the fact that our channel has been putting up a lot of content like usual. Two of our guys were down in Florida, so they were dealing with Hurricane Irma and all that stuff that came with it, but they made it out okay. So did our families. My family's down there in Florida, and my wife's family's down there in Florida. Everyone made it out fine. They were without power for a couple of days, but most of them have got it back. So as we get back into the groove of things, we'll start getting our regular shows up and running. Our first piece of news this week has to do with the Nintendo Switch. And if you're a real gamer, the Nintendo Switch is that thing that came out a couple months ago that everyone was saying was a home console, but it's really just a glorified handheld device because it has zero memory and no built-in party chat capabilities. So what they did, they released an online app, okay? It launched back in July, and that's what allowed you to chat with your friends using this thing called your phone. However, it launched with a huge problem. It required you to keep your phone unlocked at all times while you were in the app. Obviously, everyone's phone always locks because nobody wants people spying in their junk. And so it was a huge flaw in the app, in the only app that allowed people who play Nintendo Switch to talk to their friends. But let's be honest, those people don't have that many friends anyway. That was a low blow. But now the app has been updated. So now you can be in a party chat with your friends. You can invite them to the games that you can invite them to the game that you play on Nintendo Switch. And even if your phone locks, you will continue to stay in the app so you can hear your friends talk. Although you will have to look like this. Our second piece of news has to do with an older Capcom game that was rumored to be re-released in HD, and they have recently confirmed it, and I am talking about Okami. If you're unfamiliar with Okami, it came out originally in 2007, I believe on the PlayStation 2. It was a very artistic game. It was revolutionary for the time it came out, but it wasn't received very well and didn't get a lot of attention. You might have seen the main character in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. He's the wolf with a ton of different moves. He was one of the best characters in that game, and his original game itself, Okami, is an amazing game. I suggest everyone try to get their hands on it if they can. Maybe you can emulate it somehow. They did confirm it will be released for Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC, but only in Japan as of yet, and that will be coming out December 13th. So hopefully they will release it outside of Japan because it is an amazing game. It was very artistic. It was awesome, and I think all of you would like and enjoy playing it. Our next piece of news is kind of news, but it's also, I wanted to talk about it a little bit, and it has to do with, of course, PewDiePie, the #1 honcho here on YouTube. He slipped up again. This time he said a racial slur while live streaming PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. It's not a good statement regarding his track record. So he was initially and had some huge controversy when he made the joke about Jewish people and Nazis. Obviously, that was in horribly bad taste. And the other day, last week or so, he was live streaming PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, and he let the N-word slip. Now, he has recently come out and did an apology video explaining why it happened, but not giving himself an excuse. He apologized to everyone that may have been offended. Now, obviously, the internet is in an uproar about it, but I think it's mainly only because he's the #1 guy. I think if he wasn't as popular as he is, not too many people would care. I honestly don't think he's a racist. PlayerUnknown's Battleground is a pretty intense game. It gives you tons of anxiety. And let's be honest, only those people who aren't gamers are the ones that are really offended by this. Not saying that we shouldn't be, but if you play video games, I mean, if you play Call of Duty and you leave the party chat open, you hear some of the worst things you've ever heard as a human being in your life. And it's all coming from 12-year-old white kids in suburbia. So unfortunately, it is the common lingo of a lot of younger gamers. And, you know, I don't know why that happened or why it's like that. It's kind of not okay, but there really isn't anything I don't think anybody can do about it, because it is the younger generation that does it, mainly. Given that we all say bad things sometimes, especially when we're in the heat of a game and it's getting heated. I would say that PewDiePie, because of your status, you need to be a little bit more aware of what you're doing. Now, that may be hard sometimes, especially doing live streams, playing games. I mean, we've done it ourselves. We let things slip that we don't like to say, but sometimes you just get mad when the guy camping around the corner 50 times a map shoots you. But that's not an excuse. There are some words that should just be off limits for everyone, let's be honest. I don't think anybody should be using those words, even people of color. I don't know if there's going to be any real consequences for him. He hasn't lost. I mean, he's got 57.5 million subscribers. I highly doubt he's going to lose any of those. His apology video seemed legit, seemed sincere. And like I said, I don't really think he's a racist. If you've ever played Call of Duty in the last 10 years and left the party chat open, you will be appalled by some of the things you hear. And it's from mostly white kids, rich white kids that live in suburbia. Because that's the only time that they can get away with saying those things, because they feel like nobody's going to find them and beat the trash out of them. And the last thing that I think I might start trying to do, because I do search the internet quite a bit for stuff, and some things make me laugh every once in a while. And so the funniest thing I found this week was this GIF of Dark Souls versus Star Wars. It's a late. I mean, the cosplay is awesome. She looks exactly like Rey, and this guy is hitting it spot on with his Dark Souls impression. It just cracks me up, because it would really be like that. And that's our gaming news for this week. It's been a kind of a slow week, especially here on our side, just because we had going through this hurricane and everything like that, kind of put a hold on everything. I'm up in the mountains, but we still got a lot of wind and rain from it when it got up into the Carolinas. And so we apologize for that. We will continue to put out our regular videos. And we're doing the Monster Hunter series now that we're going to keep going. We will be streaming later today for the Nintendo Direct. So this is their press conference. They're going to show some new games that they have coming out for the 3DS and the Nintendo Switch. It is at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific Time. So if you're in one of those zones, be sure to tune in. We'll be streaming it here on YouTube. I'll try to be nice. I'm looking forward to see if they're actually going to have any real games, like AAA games, coming out for the Nintendo Switch. They keep sporting Skyrim, and I know they confirmed LA Noire, but I mean, let's get some new games, like not games that are 7 years old, on the Nintendo Switch, if it can even run them. And so come join us for the live stream. Yell at me if you like whenever I say something bad and not about Nintendo. That'd be fun. Like I said before in the beginning of the video, thank you guys so much for getting us to 100 subscribers. If you're new to the channel, watch some of our videos, if you like it, don't just subscribe because you want us to subscribe to your channel or anything like that. Those tactics don't work in the long run, guys. But if you like our content, if you like our videos, you like our personalities, I know I'm negative most of the time, but I'm sure there's a group of people that appreciate that. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and help join our community. So thank you guys for watching. We'll see you later.